Something I mentioned in my previous video, Kid Icarus Uprising, is that there are two games. The original game on SNES and Uprising on DS. And since the OG Kid Icarus was also an underrated game, I also wanted to play and talk about it. But I thought the game was stuck on NES, so I thought I wouldn't be able to play it. But after doing some research, I found out that there was a Nintendo Switch and 3DS port of the game. And I played both of them, so I'm going to talk about the differences and the game itself. So these are my thoughts and review for Kid Icarus OG. So I would like to begin this by saying that after playing both games, I have gotten far into the 3DS version of the game, but I pretty much stopped after the second level of the Nintendo version. And this is because the original game was much harder, and on the Nintendo Switch version, they didn't change much of anything. They just, put it on the Switch. But the 3DS version, they changed a lot. The Switch version has pretty much no color, and the controls are different compared to the 3D version of the game. For some reason on the Switch version of the game, when you jump and land, Pit will move slightly forward, like if he's on ice or something. So if you're trying to get Pit to land on something, you might land exactly right on top of it, and then he'll just move forward ever so slightly and he'll fall, which was incredibly annoying. It was the main reason why I struggled getting past the first level of the game, and it took me about like an hour to get past the first level. This is an issue that the 3D classic version of the game does not have. So on the DS, if you jump and then land, you will just stay, and that helps a whole lot. And I mean a whole lot. Like, it took me a minute to beat the first level of the game on DS, compared to the 2 hours it took me to get past the Switch version. And that's why I think the DS version is the definitive version to play the game. The controls aren't bad. There's color, there's backgrounds. In the original, all the environments look the same because the background was black. But in 3D Classics, every level looks different because of the background and the colors. And this is the best part. You could save the game on DS and come back later to play it. It's amazing. Okay, now about the game itself. I'm having a good time playing it. I don't really like the maze levels, but they're not like that big of a deal at the same time. I know you could upgrade yourself to make the game easier, but I don't know how to do that, so I've just kind of been running around hoping to find the end of the level. When you kill an enemy, they'll drop a heart thing, and it's not health, it's like income in the game. Something I noticed about the shops in this game is that when you leave them, there's like almost always a mob spawner. That's what I call, are mobs like a thing outside of Minecraft? I don't know. There's an enemy spawner which you could spawn enemies and kill them for, I was about to say XP. I'm thinking of Minecraft right now. For hearts. You kill them for hearts, and then when you get as much hearts as you need, you can immediately go back into the store you just left and buy whatever you need. So this game is one of the first games to like introduce grinding or farming or whatever you want to call it, which is cool if you want to do that, but I'm not doing all that. I'm not wasting my time. So moving on. The bosses are whatever. The only issue I have with them is that they take so long to kill for some reason. I shoot and shoot and they never die. It's so annoying. The eggplant wizard is still my favorite enemy in Kid Icarus, but in this game I have like a love-hate relationship with him. In Uprising, if you get turned into an eggplant, you're an eggplant for like a minute, then you turn right back. In this game, if you get transformed into an eggplant, you have to find a hospital to transform you back, which is really annoying, but I also think it's really funny, so I got no problem with it. Anyways, this game does have its problems, but it's still really good, so I'm confused on why it's not as big as the other games that came out at the time, like Mario and Zelda. Like Bloodborne, I think the franchise has a lot of potential, and it's weird that Nintendo isn't doing anything with it. Well, at least it appeared in the Mario movie. That was pretty cool. So we know that Nintendo hasn't completely forgotten about it. I guess we just gotta be patient. So anyways, those are my thoughts on the game. It's really enjoyable, and I recommend it to any Nintendo retro gamer. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you at some point. I don't know, I'm lazy.